Hello everyone, welcome to this orientation about being in the diploma level, about the courses that you can take there, any other opportunities with the BS program for students in the diploma level, about getting ready for your internships as you complete maybe one diploma or both diplomas, and other opportunities associated with the program. So here is the image that all of you will be very familiar with. You would have been seeing it right from your qualifier orientation, I think. And congrats to all of you. You have cleared the foundation level and now you're in the diploma level, either entering the diploma level or maybe done a few courses there, or almost towards the end of your diploma, ready to get into the degree level. So you're in the kind of the heart of the program, like you can see here highlighted by the box in red color. This is the kind of the most intense part of the BS degree program, we can say, which is the two diplomas, diploma in programming and the diploma in data science. So this is where you get most of your skills in the program in the domains of programming and data science. So coming to this, here are the courses that you see. You all must be aware of this, but just running through it as a refresher. There are 6 courses and 2 projects in each diploma. This is the diploma in programming. It has the PDSA course, the DBMS course, Application Development 1, Application Development 2, Programming Concepts Using Java, System Commands course. And then of course you have the 2 projects, AppDev 1 project and the AppDev 2 project. The core requisites and the prerequisites are given for each course here. Core requisite means you have to take the core requisite course either before or along with the other course for which it is a core requisite. And the credits, you can see the credits are 2 credits for the project courses, 3 for system commands and 4 credits for the remaining 5 courses. So the entire total credits for diploma in programming is typically 27 currently as you enter the diploma level. This is the diploma in data science bucket. As you can see it, here too there are 6 courses and 2 projects. ML Foundations, ML Techniques, ML Practice form the core of learning machine learning, and the Business Data Management course, the Business Analytics course, Tools in Data Science course, these 3 form the give you a perspective of where does the data really come from. Typically they are used in the industry, so how do you collect data from there? What are the verticals in the industries where data is being generated? What format will these data be generated? How do you analyze them? What are the analytics you do? And the Tools in Data Science course gives you a visualization of all this data as you are structuring, organizing and formatting them as per the needs of the customer or wherever the presentations have to be made. There are 2 projects here. One is the Business Data Management project. So this gives you a hands-on experience about data collection, convincing first a customer who owns any business enterprise, which could be a really small one, right from say a roadside fruit vegetable vendor or a roadside pani puri vendor, to maybe a small business concern, just a shop, or maybe a small a grocery store or something like that, to a bigger concern also. Convincing them about first, what is it that you're doing in this project? Why do you want them to give data? What is the use of their giving data to you? And how will you actually come back with recommendations? So it gives you the entire life cycle where you start off with convincing a customer about sharing the data, and then the data might be totally disorganized. It might be on just sheets of paper, which you have to probably enter into more organized formats such as Excel sheets, and then you cleanse it, then you organize it, then you get some insights into it, and of course give your recommendations on how the business can be bettered. So this is a business data management project which kind of caters to a hands-on experience on collection of data and analyzing the data. The other project that we have is the Kaggle contest, the MLP project, which is essentially a Kaggle contest with a large data set that you have to run models on and kind of clear a cutoff that is given by the team using various models. So at least 3 models have to clear the cutoff, after which you can go in for the Viva with the external examiners. So here again the 2 projects are 2 credits each. The Tools in Data Science is a 3 credit course and the remaining 5 courses are 4 credit courses. So this forms the Diploma in Data Science bucket that you have to complete as part of the diploma level. Okay, this slide shows you how you can complete one diploma and then get on to the other diploma. there are different pathways given for completing the diploma in 2 terms, in 3 terms and 4 terms. So, you can finish your diploma in data science, get a certificate, provisional certificate in your hand, and then go on to do the diploma in programming and get the provisional certificate in your hand, and then proceed to go to the degree level. Of course, you can alternate it also, do the diploma in programming first and then do the diploma in data science. So, this is also one way of doing the courses where you don't load yourselves too much by taking the pathway where you take maybe 3 or 4 terms for doing a diploma and kind of completing the level in about 6 to 8 terms. The other way is where you mix the courses from both the diplomas and you kind of finish both of them at the same time. This shows you the way in which you can finish both diplomas in 4 terms. This would be the shortest possible from our side, that you can finish both the diplomas in 4 terms, and the next would be 5 terms, where we have given how do you mix and match the courses and which courses do you take when, based on the prerequisites, co-requisites, and how do you complete it. It is shown here. And also there is a sequence of courses you can take if you want to complete both the diplomas in 6 terms or 7 terms. So, think about what your core skills are, whether you have a programming background, whether you are already doing some kind of data science, machine learning, maybe as part of your other degree or an internship or a job, and whether you have some background to take these courses. In that case, maybe some courses are easier for you. If you're already as a developer, you're working as a developer, or you've done some projects, you've been coding for a long time, then the programming courses might be a little easier for you. But if you're neither and you're coming into this program as a fresh student, not having a coding background or not having a data science background, I think it's better that you go slow and kind of do 2 or 3 courses in a term and kind of pace it out, but do really well so that you get good grades in all of these courses. You accrue all the skills that are required, because this is what your interviews will be based on. Many of the interviews that we have seen coming from companies, actually the tests are based on PDSA, on DBMS. They ask you about the basics of, application development, hosting and so on. On the ML side also, there are a lot of algorithms that they're asking you about, on models, on which models you would use and so on. So, it might be good to spend some time in the diploma level and kind of do an in-depth learning of whatever is being taught here. Grading pattern, the grading pattern and grading document are released for every term for all the courses for that term. Please take out some time to go through the grading document, because this gives out all the assessment components of each and every course in the diploma level. The dates are also mentioned there of when that assessment component will be conducted. So, the basic components, 2 quizzes and 1 final exam, that is there in most courses of the diploma level. But apart from it, you also have the OPPs. So, those of you who have completed foundation and come here, you will know that Python had an OPP that you had to pass. But here more courses will have online proctored programming exams. So, for instance, the DBMS course has one, the Java course has one, PDSA course has one, MLP course has a OPP that you have to complete. System commands has an OPP you have to complete. For the TDS, there is a remote proctored exam that is there as part of its assessment. For the BDM, there are 11 assignments based on different data sets that you have to keep submitting. There's no quiz 1 and quiz 2, but you have 11 assignments based on different data sets, and then the final exam that is there. For business analytics, there are 3 take-home assignments that you have to complete and submit, which are evaluated, and they form a significant component of the final course. So, each of them has different assessment components, and it's very imperative that you go through the grading document and check what is the eligibility to get the hall ticket for that particular course final exam. For some of them, we have these weekend mock tests that you have to attend, and that parts a form of the eligibility. That forms a part of the eligibility. For some of them, we have something called NPPs, non-proctored programming exams, which are more like practice assignments we give you, but they also form a bonus component that you can get as part of the course. So, you might want to see which all components have what weightages, what is a bonus that you can get by doing what activities, so that your grades are much better in the courses of the diploma level. One thing here, the CCC is a 4 for everyone in the diploma level. We do not calculate it for you, We assume that having gone through the foundation, you will have a better idea of how much time is required for courses in this program, how much time you are able to spare to study for courses in this program, and then decide accordingly in the diploma level. So we assume that you have the maturity to decide based on your convenience and availability how many courses you should take. So the CCC is 4 for everyone in the diploma level, but choose wisely on how many you can handle, how many you can handle well, so that you get good grades at the end of doing any course in any term. Also, the fees for courses in the diploma level is 10,000 rupees. Hence, think about what fee you will be paying, and if you are not able to complete it or you want to drop it, the loss is much more as compared to a foundation level course. So, keep these things in mind when you are registering for courses at the diploma level. This is a very important slide, especially for students who are currently in the diploma level and who might be entering the degree level May 2024 or later. This is not applicable to students who have entered the degree level in the Jan 2024 term. So basically, there is a cutoff criteria that we are bringing in for you to enter the degree level in May 2024 or thereafter. So your overall CGPA of all courses in the foundation level and all courses and projects in the diploma level should be more than 6.0 at the end of 2 diplomas. So your CGPA should be greater than or equal to 6.0 at the end of 2 diplomas. That is condition number 1 for you to be eligible to enter the degree level in the May 2024 term or thereafter. The second condition which is there is you should have a CGPA of more than 7.0 across the diploma projects that you have done. So, assuming you have done all 4 projects, say, or maybe you have done 3 projects because you started your diploma course in September 21 or Jan 22 when the projects are merged with the theory. But if you have done all the 4 projects, then the average CGPA across the 4 projects should be greater than 7. So, the CGPA across the theory courses at the end of the 2 diplomas, the theory and the project at the end of 2 diplomas should be greater than or equal to 6, and the CGPA across the projects you have done in the diploma level should be greater than or equal to 7. This is an AND condition. Even if one of the 2 is not satisfied, you will not be permitted to enter the degree level from May 2024. Please keep this in mind. So, in case you have a CGPA of less than 6 at the end of 2 diplomas, how do you get into the degree level? You will have to repeat maybe 1 or more theory courses so that you can improve the grades in that and your CGPA crosses the 6 level mark. And in case your project CGPA is not greater than 7, then in that case you can repeat the projects once more to get a better grade and to cross this cutoff. In case you are planning to quit the program with diploma certificates, even if you have a CGPA at the end of 2 diplomas which is less than 6 or project CGPA of less than 7, we will award the diploma certificates to you. That is not a problem, you will get it from us, you will get the original diploma certificates also. The only condition is you will not be permitted to enter the degree level if these 2 conditions are not satisfied. That is what is given here, that you will get your original diploma certificates even if the criteria is not satisfied, but you won't be permitted to enter the degree level. So, students in the diploma level who are planning to enter the degree level May 2024 or later, please keep this in mind. This is a very important change in condition that we have brought about. Please ensure and look into what your CGPA is. Your progress card should have your latest CGPA after the December term has completed and now we've released it. It should have the latest CGPA in it. Check whatever is the CGPA there and also check your project grades. So, count the points against each letter grade and see what CGPA you get across the projects you have done. See whether you have to improve it and whether you will satisfy this criteria. Content that's released in every course, I think you're familiar with this already, having gone through the foundation level. Certain components we have put it in red here because as the level goes higher in the degree program, like we have always said, we also start reducing the support from our side so that students actually learn how to study from the program on their own, right? So in the foundation level, there's a lot more support, there are a lot more hours of live sessions that we're doing. In diploma, we cut it down by a bit more. In degree level, it is only one session per week that we do for every course. So we hope that students will actually learn to learn by going through the program, that they don't need a support. They are, independent enough to refer to other sources of content, other sources of doubt clearing apart from just our program, and are able to manage the courses. Hence, activity questions may not be there for every video in the diploma courses. The practice assignment too may not be there in many of the courses. Mock tests, I don't think we are giving for each and every course of both the diplomas. Wherever it is there, of course, you can use it, but it may not be available in all the diploma courses. Tips to do the course well. So this is something we always have been saying consistently. Go through each and every video on your own, make your own notes, because when you watch a video, you will understand what you have to kind of make note of and whatever is required for you before the exam comes and for you to actually have a revision. Attempt assignments on your own. Do not blindly copy from answers given by somebody somewhere in some, say, WhatsApp group or Telegram group without understanding how they arrived at the solution. If you're stuck somewhere, taking help is not a problem. But blindly copying just the answers and making submissions will not help you, because when the proctored exams come, be it at the center or be it the online proctored programming exams, you will have to do it on your own. There is no help available at that time, and if you don't do the weekly assignments on your own, you're going to get stuck at that point. Then also be very, very alert about the WhatsApp messages we send regarding so many things about the courses, right? The deadlines for the weekly assignments, deadlines for maybe a drop window, the exam city change windows that we have, maybe some special instructions regarding the OPP and the quizzes and so on. So watch out for the WhatsApp messages that we send out, for the announcement mails we send out. At least make it a practice that every day you check your mailbox for mails from us and for messages from us. That will keep you kind of updated on whatever we have sent, so that you don't miss out on any important information. Again, a thing we have been always saying, don't rely on websites selling solutions to assignments, because one, they are absolutely not authorized by us. We don't have any partnership with any of these websites. Our instructors, our live sessions, our discourse forum is the support that we give to our students, and we believe that if you are watching the videos and attending these, it is more than enough for you to pass the course. There is no need for any other external support like this, which is these website selling solutions or somebody selling solutions on private groups and all. You really don't need that if you're sincere in studying, and taking help is okay again, but not subscribing to such websites. Also, the discussion forum is very rich in these courses. A lot of questions have been asked by the students in the past, or they will be asking in the current term. If you know the answers, please do reply. It also helps you clear your understanding. If you don't know, follow those threads and you will get answers from somebody, which helps you again clear your own doubts that you may have. Calendar, again, you must be knowing this, but sync up the calendar for all the courses along with your calendar. You will know when all the sessions are happening, so that you don't miss out on any live sessions by either the instructors or the teaching assistants. Additional support, this is something that we have started over the last couple of terms based on student feedback, based on use for students, based on the requirements also. That is something that's there. So the last 3 terms, we have been bringing in students, senior students who have completed the course with very good grades and have an overall good CGPA. We are inviting applications from them, interviewing them, and then selecting maybe 1 or 2 students per course as a teaching assistant. So they are teaching assistants for the courses, and they take sessions almost every day, or at least 5 days out of the 7 days in a week. They also do office hours, and they take live sessions for the students, which you can also join and clear your doubts. If you think that it's easier to join a student-led session because they are like your peers, they are like your friends, rather than maybe an instructor-led session, this might be something that you can really make use of. And we have also started from last term 1:10 dedicated tutoring sessions. So again, senior students with very good grades in the course and good CGPA are selected as course tutors, And if you think that you need smaller group sizes to study, and groups that will kind of meet multiple times in a week, and there is dedicated time for a particular course with whom you can study and who you can ask doubts, these sessions are for you. So last term we did this for about, I think, 15 courses. So there was a tutor to whom about 10 students were assigned who wanted this particular help. There's an additional fee payment for this, and every week this tutoring sessions would happen at least for 5 or 6 hours, basically 3 days, 2 hours each. They would do this. They would go over the content of that particular week. They would go through the activity practice assignment and also kind of guide you through the graded assignment. It is just that time commitment you have to do of when that session is scheduled, and then you can make use of it. These sessions were typically run from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. And we also had, I think, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. batch. So based on the demand from the students, we were also asking for tutors and we were conducting these classes. So if you think that on your own, you are not able to put aside time, but maybe some initiative like this where you sign up, then you will be kind of, pushed into marking the time onto your calendar, attending these and doing it might be helpful for you. I think it's always good to sign up for these tutoring sessions, especially if you got a U grade and you've not completed some course or you're stuck in some courses of the diploma. These might be a great way to actually be a part of and learn from that group and kind of pass the course. So look into this, and if you feel the need, please do sign up for this. I think the payments will come in the payment pending section for whatever courses you have registered to in the Jan 2024 term, and you can make use of those sessions during the entire term. So rather than doing a remedial which is like a 2-week burst, these are sessions that happen through the 12 weeks of the term. So you can kind of study in the group for the 12 weeks and do it. And also a past experience tells us that students who have regularly attended these sessions have done really well and improved their grades by a margin of at least 2 or 3 grade points for the course. So that is something that we have seen, but yes, you have to be regular attending these sessions. If students are doing your projects, right, there are 4 projects like we said. If you're doing a project and again you think you need help in doing your projects, it is not again about somebody giving you with the code and you copying the code and submitting the project, but basically you work out, maybe you're stuck in some part, you're not able to debug, you need some one-on-one help. In that case, we have senior students who have done well in projects also available as course mentors. So we assign a course mentor to you. This is again for an extra fee that is there. And these course mentors can do up to 5 hours of interaction with you. So basically they will go through the code, they will tell you what improvements are required, give you tips on how to do it better before you submit, maybe check it once before you also make the submission and ensure that it is working fine. They will not give you the exact code. You cannot ask them to write the code and give it to you. That's not part of the deal, but they will help debug wherever is required. Wherever you have a blocker, they will try to kind of remove for you. Maybe explain 1 or 2 key concepts that you have missed out or something that will help the project keep going. So students also function as project mentors. They are available. Again, the fee you pay, all of it goes towards payment for these course mentors that we onboard. The last part is remedial classes. So we find that again in the DBMS, when we have an OPP, there's a question that students have to mandatorily pass. The connection of the database to the application has to be done. That is one of the mandatory questions that is there. And many students seem not to pass this, though this is also given as an assignment, I think in week 6 or 7 of the DBMS course. So what we have been doing in the past is run remedial classes for students who sign up to get them practiced on this particular aspect of it. So we run maybe 1 week or 2 weeks of daily 2-hour sessions where students come in code and get practiced on this. Same is with say the Java also. We find that OPP failures in Java is also pretty large. So we ran a couple of remedial classes for students who did not clear the OPP in Java too. So based on need, based on time availability and based on demand, we also do some remedial sessions which are more like a short-term burst kind of a thing of 1 week, 2 weeks and maybe every day 2 weeks, and we kind of complete that training for students so that they are able to get over the blocker that has been there for them. These are just some highlights again that is there. So practice coding in DBMS, Java and PDSA, like I have been saying over the past couple of minutes. We see a high failure in OPP in these courses, so make a point to practice writing programs in each of these, doing the graded assignments yourself. Avoid malpractice in the projects and make them your flagship showcase. I think it's very important that these projects, when you probably, put them up on GitHub, or you put your BDM project on LinkedIn, or maybe your MLP project is on Kaggle, you can actually showcase those handles in your resume as your project that you have done for this particular program. It helps a lot because when people are, say, looking for resources, one of the things they say is share your GitHub ID or share your GitLab ID, right? And at that point, if you have this project put up there, it really sends a good signal to say that you have done a reasonable sized project, you have hosted it and it was working too. So the code quality will also give them an idea of the kind of programmer that you are. So don't take your projects lightly. Don't do your project such that you spend hardly like 5-6 hours, do the bare minimum to pass through it and so on, but spend considerable time on your projects. You have a whole term of about 8 to 10 weeks in which you can do it. Just like you spend time every week on a theory course, solving the weekly graded assignments, watching the videos, I think you should spend time on your project also, doing parts of it slowly over the period of 8-10 weeks so that it builds up beautifully and you're able to submit a complete wholesome project as a submission. And for the full-time students who are in the IIT-MBS program, we recommend that you start internships right after foundation level if you get it, because you would already know Python programming. Hopefully you've done it well and you understand it. That is a good skill to have and you can find an internship. Otherwise, even after having completed a couple of courses in the diploma or one diploma, you should be getting some internships if you're a full-time BS student. So that will give you an opportunity to maybe work for a concern, work with some people, get real hands-on experience on this, and that will help you when you are also going into your degree level. In general, for all students in the diploma program, we have courses on C++, Haskell programming, cloud computing and so on in NPTEL. We would really urge that you get into NPTEL and explore the range of courses we have there. So we offer about 700 courses per semester on NPTEL, and that is like a huge opportunity for you all to learn whatever you wish to learn. So go there and explore the technical courses we have, as well as of course the non-technical courses that you would like to study, and explore what is available at NPTEL, complete certifications from there. We are also running a lot of workshops on our side, be it MSLE based, be it some other workshops from working professionals in the industry, hands-on coding, hands-on projects also. These are typically conducted in the evenings or on the weekends, and we do send out reminders for students to register, informing them about such opportunities again. So do sign up for these workshops and try to learn something outside of the curriculum and the program too. These will really give you an enhanced vision of what is out there and also be points that you can put on your resume. We also organize talks by industry experts regularly. I try to attend these talks because these are on the cutting edge technology that is happening on the current ecosystem out there in the industry. It gives you a better perspective of what is happening there. Even for interviews, when you go, this wholesome kind of an information will really help you when they ask you questions about, the general technology out there and so on. So that is something that you have to do. And for full-time students, we would definitely recommend in the diploma level that, or rather even in the foundation level, in fact, we will say, right, that you have to start becoming a part of the student-led events, organizing, any events that are out there, organizing events as part of Paradox, being part of the Paradox teams that do, say, the infrastructure or the web admin or anything else that they are out there. About 300 to 400 volunteers typically Paradox looks out for when we have to organize an event to the scale of, say, 3,000 people attending it on campus in the month of May at IIT Madras, right? So you do need a large scale team that will manage all the logistics for that particular program. So we would urge that, to have a different dimension on your resume, you also be a part of all such events as organizing team, as a volunteer, as a core, as an event organizer. They have multiple positions there. So you all should be signing up for it, and you should participate and contribute to such events also. We have many houses, clubs and societies. You can, I hope you're aware of it and you signed up to some of them. Again, participate in events that they organize and see whatever is happening there. See whether you can be at least a participant, if not an organizer. Certificates for academic excellence. So this is something that we started last year and we gave out in Paradox. We will be continuing this and maybe adding up some more categories to this. But for now, we have 3 categories of certificates that we are awarding students. So we have the certificate of excellence, which is given to toppers in the program. The number is not fixed. We will decide it year on year based on how the students are performing. And at the end of 2 diplomas and at the end of the batch that is getting out the BS degree, the certificate of excellence will be awarded to a certain set of toppers. So this will be the first category of awards that we have. The second category of awards that we have is certificates of academic distinction. So all students who have a CGPA of more than 9.5 at the end of 2 diplomas or at the end of the BS degree will be awarded this certificate. So last year when we gave it out, there were 2 in the certificate of excellence category, 2 toppers in that category, and there were 8 in the certificates of academic distinction category. The third category is certificates of merit, which is awarded to students who have a CGPA between 9 and 9.5. So there were 27 such students in this and they were also awarded such certificates. So these will be given in Paradox and we also have a web page on our website that is dedicated to showcasing such toppers, and we hope that you can all aspire to be belonging in this category. Keep your CGPA up there. We don't have a limit on the number of students, at least in the certificates of merit and certificates of academic distinction. So all of you can actually do very well and come into this category. We'd be happy to award more and more certificates to students who fall into this category. And yeah, certificates for the best projects are also awarded every term. So every project that is there, the group of instructors give us the list of students who performed exceedingly well and did the best projects in that particular term. So they also get certificates from the program for best projects, and these students are also showcased on the website that is there. Opportunities to be a course TA, I think I would like to highlight this definitely for students in the diploma level, especially the students who are doing the standalone, who can contribute time and effort to the program. So, like I was talking about the course TAs, right, who are senior students who have done well in the course and who have a very good CGPA, we are inviting them back to be course teaching assistants. This is the way that we operate. So we put out an opportunity and position requirement to students, and we say we invite applications for these positions of course TAs. So you can apply with your resume. There are certain restrictions on CGPA eligibility being more than 8.5, maybe an S grade in the subject for which you're going to apply for being a course TA. And it's not just these two, you need very good communication skills in terms of spoken and written, because you will be doing live sessions, interacting with students, maybe answering their queries on discourse and so on. So we require you to have good communication skills, and we would definitely prefer standalone students as opposed to students being part of another program or working professions, because the time would be limited for them in their case, while standalone students would benefit much more from such opportunities. Once we receive the applications, the group of instructors will interview and select the final candidates who are going to be course teaching assistants. So what are the benefits that such course TAs get? One, they get to spend a term at IIT Madras campus along with hostel accommodation. So every term, currently about 30 to 40 TAs are being selected, and they are coming and spending a term at IIT Madras during that particular time. So it gives them an opportunity to explore the campus, it gives them an opportunity to interact and network with faculty in the department. They can check for project opportunities after their TA-ship is over to also become like a project associate somewhere. They can explore opportunities in the research park or outside also in this time. So we hope that this one term in IIT Madras will give students an opportunity to explore whatever is available so that they can take it up next after the TA-ship is done. So that is a main benefit for being a course TA. Of course, there is a stipend involved that kind of covers their monthly expenses. TAs can also interact with the instructors here and probably work on research problems if there are any that the instructors are working on. If you're in the once you come to the degree level and maybe you're a course TA, then you can also audit on-campus courses or you can credit on-campus courses, because we do have that opportunity. Of course, the availability is very limited, number of seats is very limited, we'll have to see, but there is an opportunity where you can credit and audit on-campus courses, right? And letters of recommendation from the instructors is possible if you work with them, because they would have seen you for over 4 months on how you work, and they would know you much better that they can give you a letter of recommendation. So this is the opportunity available to be a course TA. So those of you students who are especially standalone students who have a very good CGPA, who have good course grades, if you would like to avail this, please apply to us in the May term. I think the January term selections are almost over. So apply to us in the May term and then you can avail this opportunity. These students who are selected as a course tutor or a project mentor can work online and do not essentially get campus accommodation. They do get a stipend, and letters of recommendation from the instructors are very much possible for becoming a course tutor or a project mentor. So this is one very important point that we would like to point out and we would like to emphasize. Please go through this very carefully. This is given on the website too. This is one of the most important program rules that you have to be aware of. Basically, the entire BSc program, the IIT Madras Senate has approved, needs to be done within 6 years or 18 terms. And if you want to complete the BS program, it has to be completed within 8 years or 24 terms. Okay, this is for the BSc level and for the BS level. But each individual level of the program too has an individual cutoff time of about 9 terms or 3 years in which the levels should be completed. In fact, we are debating on changing a part of this also. We will get back to you once the policy is finalized. But for now, the IITM Senate has approved that the foundation level should be completed in a maximum of 9 terms or 3 years. And both the diplomas should be completed within a maximum time of 9 terms or 3 years. Okay. So this is something you have to keep in mind, and the time is calculated from the first term you registered for courses within the program. So supposing I register in January 2021, right? So Jan 21, May 21, September 21, we run 3 terms a year. So in 2021, it will be counted as 3 terms. In 2022, it will be counted as 3 terms. In 2023, it will be counted as 3 terms. So by December 2023, students who joined the foundation level in January 2021 would have completed 9 terms. If they still have not completed the foundation level, they would no longer be permitted to continue with the program and they will be removed from the program. Okay. So from when you start the program, you have to ensure that you complete the foundation level within 9 terms. And these 9 terms will also include the terms where you do not register to courses or you take an RKA break, right? Registration keep alive, that you are telling us that I am not doing any courses actively, that's RKA. So it includes those also where you take a break or you register with us saying it's an RKA. So putting together all this, we'll count 9 terms and you have to complete the foundation level within that. You have to complete 2 diplomas within again 9 terms or 3 years. So from the term you enter the diploma level, right? The first term that you enter the diploma level and start courses, from there we will again start the count of 9 terms. You have to complete the 2 diplomas within a period of 9 terms. If you do not complete the foundation level in 9 terms, you will be removed from the program, email ID will be deactivated. You cannot continue the program beyond this. So be very, very aware of this. Ensure that you register to courses regularly. Ensure that you make a plan to complete the foundation level within this if you're serious about completing the BS program from IIT Madras. Here is a slide that captures how do you prepare your profile for applying for internships or getting ready for placement, as you complete maybe your 2 diplomas if you have a degree outside, or if you are completing your BSc, BS degree, preparing a profile for a period of maybe 2 or 3 years is a good thing, and you need to start thinking about it on what you will showcase there, which will make you stand out from so many other applicants for any position in any company or higher education or any other uh, uh, possibility. First column kind of shows what are the basics you should start off with. You should start with your resume. Start making your resume with whatever you have as your skill sets, showcasing whatever you know best. Maybe a website to also show off your profile, your various projects done, your other capabilities, your organizing capabilities, anything else that you have, maybe the other degree you're doing or your work experience and so on. LinkedIn, GitHub profiles are very, very important because a lot of recruiters and internship providers do look out for these. They want to see the projects that you've worked hands on and actually have posted on these handles. So LinkedIn and GitHub handles are very important that you have to create for yourself. English test, mock test, employability test is something that the team will do with you to just check how ready you are to face interviews for internships or recruitment much later on. Participation in hackathons and competitions and so on are also important because it lets you gauge and evaluate yourself against the larger pool that is out there. So, participating in such competitions kind of also broadens your horizon on where you stand amongst the thousands or lakhs of applicants who are going to be applying for the same positions as you are, and seeing where in terms of skill set you are going to distinguish yourselves from them. So, that is something that's there. There is a set of activity points that are also defined for activities to be done in every single course. I think the IIC will talk more about this on a session with you all as you complete a diploma. They will have periodic sessions on what you have to do, how you can do it, and where you can accrue these points. And for you to apply for internship through IIC, I think you should complete at least one diploma with us, after which you can apply to get an internship through us, through the IIC. They do have some norms on what you have to complete as training programs, as activity points before they can share opportunities with you, and you should be available full time to be able to take up these opportunities. Many times in the past we have found that students have applied for internship opportunities, companies have offered them, and then they come back and say, sorry, I cannot work out of this particular location that the company is saying, or I cannot do it as a full time because I'm already doing something else and so on. So, it doesn't look good on the program when offers are made and offers are not taken by the students. It hurts the other students who are also waiting for such opportunities. So, only if you're available as on a full-time basis to take up such opportunities, the IIC will forward your applications for either the positions of internship or recruitment later on.